Hello everyone and welcome to your weekly tarot guidance for September the 5th. So this week, it's quite magical, it's quite mystical, but it can also be extremely emotionally intense. But I would like to focus on the more upside part and side of things because we do have a powerful Pisces full moon. That's the magical element to it. And it does speak in a trine with the South Node in Scorpio. So for everyone into mysticism, into spirituality, into the occult, so to speak, can be a very, very interesting and quite revelatory week. But, Pisces and the moon are, very, very, very good bedmates. So whenever the moon is in Pisces, the emotions do tend to get extremely strong and very, very confusing. And that can also have a strong mystical element to it because so very many times you're actually found in our confusion. And what else would I like to say here? Also that it's a very powerful alchemical energy at play. So there is a lot that we can transmute here. And at the same time, the sun is illuminating this from Virgo. So, this is where the physical can influence the ethereal, so to speak. Anyway, let us consult the cards. And for this week, I have chosen this tarot deck. The dream element is the Pisces full moon here because I do imagine that a lot of people are going to be receiving quite intense dreams. It can also be a prophetic energy because it's revelatory, but squaring Mars in Gemini, it can be a little bit too much for our ration. So let's not try to rationalize it. And the alchemical part. And before I get into the reading, I would just like to mention something that I just heard a couple of minutes ago from my spiritual sister, Anka. And she's in a situation where she's renovating her bathroom. So for a couple of days, there's a lot of inconvenience. And the way she copes with the inconvenience, the physical inconvenience, and she's also Virgo, so that does push her buttons when it's not tidy, it's not hygienic, 100% it's not clean. But anyway, she goes back into the past through a, let's say, nostalgic journey where she and her mom used to go to the mountains and, you had to provide hygiene in a very natural way. But there was water there was everything, the spring, and the natural surrounding, the beauty of it, the smell, the sound, the whole experience. And that's how she alchemizes her inconvenience. She just nostalgically goes back into the past and visualizes, fantasizes that she's actually in the mountains and the whole experience changes. So this is one way how we can truly use the power of this Pisces full moon. Okay, so let's see. The Lady of Pentacles, which would be the Queen of Pentacles. The Spirit of Wands, which would be the Page of Wands, reversed, of course. And the Eight of Pentacles. Well, so from these three cards, I do perceive that this is going to be a period when everyone enters busy mode. Because the Lady of Pentacles means, material fertility, growing materially. And for a lot of people, that means work, a lot of executing your plans. But we're also entering Mercury retrograde season. So for yet other people, this means truly cleaning up everything in their lives materially. For some, it means, as I said, doctor's visit, detoxes, you know, any kind of purification ritual, but in an administrative 3D way. That means a lot of paperwork, taxes, finances, paying off this, or do I take a loan or not, the investment, what do I do with my future, do I move, do I not move, how do I move, where, how, when, all these issues. And for these issues, for us to have this momentum to step forward, first we need to not have any anchors in the past. And when I say anchors, an unfinished business, an untalked discussion, an uncertain contract. All of these things, if you're married, for example, you have a family, the administration, the management, materially, financially of that, and also for the future, what is the future vision of two partners? And this might be a week where there need to be discussions. And I'm not saying it's something negative, yet still a lot to think about. So this is where the spirit of ones. We're not going all that forward. Because the spirit, the spirit of ones, the initiation of the new. Not the new is kind of held in its tracks right now. And we're going back to the uncomfortable, unfinished issues from the past. But for everyone who is student, for everyone who is learning, for everyone who is working hard on something, on their project, on their businesses, even if they're a freelancer, on anything creative, lucrative, professional, or learning, or mastery, getting better, it's a really good period to even experiment, to even add your own unique touch. So investing time, energy, and effort at the start of this period, because this is the very, very, very beginning, will pay off later on when you'll get tired, so to speak. A good start, even a good retrograde start, when you're actually prepared mentally, emotionally, psychically, spiritually, is important. Sorry. And also what I want to mention, this will reflect on the role stages. Well, again, I want to show you the 3 cards. Because this was the order, sorry. This was the order. So, because, the Queen of Coins, harvest, in timing, in a lot of, on a hemisphere, it is a time of harvest. But this can also mean financially, this can also mean a certain period of the economic trimester or year, or, a period when everyone is in strong preparation mode. And as I said, cleaning up. But you can imagine that there are in the present moment a lot of blockages, so a lot of unfinished business in every country, in every region, in every community, not to mention internationally. So this is where the 8 of Coins, let's do it. So it's where beat the iron while it's hot, but not just financially, materially, economically, lucratively, but also legally. So this is where who has done what in the past 2 years, and especially in the past 8 months. So in governments, there is going to be a lot of discussion. 9 of Swords reversed and 3 of Cups. Now this is where I want to get. Because the 9 of Swords, let me show you the image. Very, very suggestive. Is this a goodbye note? Because she suffers from depression. Reversed, bye-bye, goodbye note. And 3 of Cups. The Spirit, the Holy Spirit, let's say, in this tarot deck especially. And look, this reminds me of Sagittarius. So the faith. People who suffer from depression, you can imagine that they're going to be heavily triggered by the full moon phenomenon in the part of the sky which parts of the sky conversing which have to do with depression. Pisces and Scorpio, sorry, the South Node trining in Scorpio, the past. And many times the South Node expresses excess in our lives. And for a depressive person, the excess is the melancholy. The excess is the toxin, the scorpionic expression. But this is where, sorry, I'm a bit cold. So, the Three of Cups represents divine courage, divine inspiration, aspiration, dreaming, dream within a dream, guardian spirit, something, someone pulling you out from depression. Because you know you're going to be triggered by the full moon in Pisces. Let's be honest with ourselves. Conjunct Neptune. So it's in your hands, really. What do you do with the energies? This is just a vibe. This is just a frequency. But this frequency can be this elevated spiritual experience when something pulls you out. All of the moon trines, no. The sun is trined by Uranus. So that means the moon is sextiled. Transmutation, the surprise element. Surprise, surprise, the depression is not winning. You're winning. Something is elevating your mood. May it be music, a person, something that you hear. The divine spirit working tirelessly around you, within your dreams, inspiring you, giving you hope, not allowing you to dwell. So something pulling you out from depression. Hope is out there. Everyone who is suffering from mental health, from depression, from heaviness, from doom and gloom, from the dark night of the soul, even if there is a strong physical element to it where it's not a classic depression, there is a neurological blockage. There is something truly triggering your neurons. A person, a situation, a substance, electromagnetic energies, and you don't even know it. If your depression has no cure, it might be that you're living in a block of flats and it's like an electric circuit which your neurons, your nervous system cannot tolerate, and you don't know it. No one knows it, but this might be it. If there's no cure, if no psychologist, therapist, astrologer, priest, cleric, substance doctor could help you, maybe it's this simple and you need to stay a few days in nature and you'll be different. That's the cure, nature, getting out of the electromagnetic environment. Anyway, there is hope out there. There is inspiration. There is the divine spirit working. Virgo, purity. Virgo, the Holy Mother. The highest expression of the divine feminine. Whatever you call the Holy Mother in your spiritual path, Ishtar, Virgin Mary, the Mother of God, the Crescent Woman, Kuan Yin. This is where her energy is strongly activated. A harmonious conversation with Uranus. Even technology itself, the internet technology, mobile phone, divine synchronicity, nervous system, the higher nervous system, Uranus in Taurus, is possessed by her grace, by her benevolence. Pray to her in your hour of doom, and she will lift your mood. She is also the guardian saint of mental health problems and depression victims. So yeah. Dreamer of Pentacles and Ten of Swords. Well, let me give you the good news. Now, the Dreamer of Pentacles represents something that you've worked on, maybe a project, something that you have initiated in 2022 or in late parts of 2021 that has stopped, or this is where it's not gonna go forward and you know it, the signs show it. And this might be a message for some of you guys for who is the case. Do not regret the sacrifice. Look, the sacrifice there. Don't let the ego come into the way. And look, this is a big keyhole. The perspective of it. Cancer, the moon in Cancer. Mother, females especially. This is like the Princess of Pentacles in other tarot decks. So if the project cannot go further right now, or it's a moment of defeat, a moment of surrender, it's alchemized already. It has not gone to waste. You just don't know it yet. Do not be afraid to surrender where you don't have power. And also, relating to the depressive episode, close it. Allow it to end. And end the suffering, not in the sense that end your life or no. And I'm sorry if no. In the sense that say no to the pain. There are a lot of parts of the pain which are optional, which we amplify and magnify ourselves. It is that part of the mind torturing you. You have to say no. Do not torture me. Allow me to contemplate in my peace. You saying this to your mental sphere. And not end your life or anything like that. Not end your suffering that way. No. Say no to the parts of the suffering that you can say no to. Let that drama end inside of you. Let the rage, because ultimately that is the depression that's boiling it. Allow it to stop. So take control. Do not allow it to torture you. The moon, yeah. The moon. Exactly. The sign of Pisces. Pisces full moon. So yes, a very, very strong emotional activation, and quite possibly, as I said, a surprisingly healing one for those who are in hard times. Wow. Oh, I'll take that as well, because it just popped out. Oh, there's another one. Ten of Wands reversed. This is so good. The cross that we bear, the burdens, the obstacles, reversed. Nuh-uh, it's going. It's falling off. We absolved the cross. We done our part. And this, the lovers. So there is help out there. This is either the power of love. This is either Mars in Gemini. Someone out there offers help. Or this is simply some of you guys. Either a lover might come back from the past in a changed way, or maybe you will find some, not necessarily romantic love, someone who can offer you help. But for some people, of course, romantic love. And this is where it's the World card. It's called Serpentia Soul. Completion. A chapter closes, something coming to fruition. Something from the past closes. So for a lot of people, this is also going to be family issues somehow closing. This will also boil up emotions within family, discussions, old family issues, things from the past, who's done what, how, when, where, resurface, old family conflicts might ignite. But this is where the power of love, Spirit of Swords, exactly the Uranian. Don't let pride get in your way. Don't let toxicity get in your way. Don't let the Scorpio must represent the truth, never the truth in a hurtful way. The hurtful way can be optional. So this is where speak your truth, but not in a hurtful way. Don't allow yourself to get into that situation where you say what you don't mean. Anyway, let's consult an oracle card. I'll show you in a moment. Okay. So, maintain your childlike spirit. As I said, I think this is just a confirmation. Alchemize with fantasy, with nostalgia. Cope with a tough emotional situation how children would. The dream world. And for some people, this Pisces full moon is going to be very, very revelatory of inner truths. You will come to understand yourself better than ever before, especially those who, as I said, are coping with difficult situations. And also, catch your breath. So rest, dreams. If dreams is the main theme here, then we need to dream them, so we need to be in a dormant state. So for a lot of people, this will be also sleeping a lot. But catch your breath. Take time out. Chill out when you need to. When life is too much for you, have the wisdom to just stop. To allow yourself to stop and rest and just let the world unfold anything that wants to, but you don't need to be, when it's too much for you, you don't necessarily have to be psychologically absorbed into it. This is where, as I said, the alchemical power is out there. So this concludes today's guidance. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support, all the generosity. Thank you so much, guys, for keeping me alive. And until next time, bye for now.